It's been said, there are three things you can't have too much of in a gunfight: ammo, friends, and light. Hi, I'm Jim Humphrey from Imminent Threat Defense Firearms Training, and I teach low light shooting techniques to law enforcement and civilians. Today, I want to talk about the importance of having a light mounted on your firearm and review the features you should look for in a firearm light. Did you know more than 70% of law enforcement involved shootings happen in low light conditions? It's easy to conjecture that for home defense encounters, that number is considerably higher. For that reason alone, learning to shoot with a light is a critical skill. Being well prepared for self-defense, particularly at home, includes having a light. We use light to locate, navigate, communicate, and identify. Locating and identifying a deadly threat in the dark is virtually impossible without light. But in this video, I'm going to focus on the features of a firearm-mounted light that I think are important. I'll get into low-light shooting tactics in another video. Well, while I'm going to focus on the firearm-mounted lights, I want to make a quick note first that a firearm-mounted light is not a good substitute for a flashlight. You need both. There are a lot of situations where a firearm-mounted light is not a suitable source of light. Who's that over there? Oh, excuse me, officer. Yikes. A few safety tips first. When you dry fire train or test or compare lights, always do it in a safe manner. Remove all live ammunition from the work area. Whenever possible, just use the receiver of the firearm or a blue gun like I am here. Also, please resist the temptation to point the light at your hand to see if it's working. Loaded or unloaded, always point your firearm in a safe direction. One last safety tip. This is your trigger finger. It's called that for a reason. Don't use it to actuate the light except in dire circumstances. Always actuate the light with your support side thumb. Let's have a look at the features of a firearm-mounted light. But first, full disclosure, my friends at Warriorland gave me this light to use in the video. Of course, I wouldn't use it if I didn't like it. It's an interesting light. It's a moderate price point light that's still built well and has a bunch of nice features. Like any piece of equipment, you want to be able to depend on it. This light is certified ingress protection to IPX4. Primarily that's water resistance, which means it's good in the rain, but you can't pressure wash it or go diving with it. It's also certified to a 1 meter drop test for electronic robustness. The lens is tempered glass, and it's pretty bright, 800 lumens max. I would say those are all critical criteria to look at when comparing flashlights. Basic features of any tactical light is that it be ambidextrous, that it have a continuous on and a momentary on modes. Like most, this one also has a strobe mode, if that's your thing. What caught my attention with this light was some of the features I've never seen before on any other light. For starters, it has a low lumen mode, only 5 lumens, what I call navigation mode. Very handy for moving around in the dark when you don't want to give away your position by splashing light around corners. And it has something I've never seen before, an auto cool-down mode. So if you inadvertently leave the light on in the holster, it will automatically dim before it gets so hot that it melts your holster. And trust me, that happens. It's also rechargeable. But the coolest feature is this little side display. Not only does it tell you the battery level, but also the current brightness level. One thing that concerns me about lights, if they're not a big name mainstream brand, is finding a matching holster. I tell my students that before you pick a pistol and a light combo, make sure you can find a holster that fits. Warriorland's solution to that problem is to produce their own holster and sell the light in combination packs with the holster. So they also have a variety of holsters to pick from. Well, I hope you found that educational. I encourage you to go out and take additional training for low light shooting. I'm Jim Humphrey from Imminent Threat Defense Firearms Training. Enjoy your firearms, keep training, and be safe out there. Thanks for watching.